Alrighty, people. So I have crawled underneath the truck and definitely have a leak. That's the housing for the DEF pump. So let's see if we can shine some more light on that. See how it's all wet? And then if you look here, see all that? That's crystallized DEF. It's a lot of it. It goes all the way back here. It's all on this tank right here too. It's all DEF. So, and right here, see all this DEF? It's all DEF. See the white right there? That's all DEF. All DEF. So, you know, that's where it's leaking. You can see it's actually wet. You know, it's strange. The truck was just in Kansas City shop, and mechanic did an A service. But you may not have looked at this at all. So that's the line for the drain plug right here. So, you know, it wasn't like a B service where they would inspect the truck, do a DOT. It was an A service. So it's hard to say. This could have happened just as I left, Kansas City. You really don't know. You know, these types of things can happen anytime, anywhere. All of a sudden you spring a leak and you're using a lot of DEF. Now, on my way to Kansas City, I was not using a lot of DEF. So it leads me to believe that this occurred after Kansas City. You know, it may not be related to previous breakdown. It could be a completely new breakdown. But from what I got feedback-wise from the guys at DD15 group is that typically it's a leak, it's a DEF pump that could be cracked. And if you look, you could see some areas that a crack could have occurred. But I think we've solved the mystery. Yeah, we have a DEF leak. Now, where's it coming from? It's probably come from the DEF pump, and it's probably under warranty. So, and then while it's in Freightliner for a DEF pump, we'll get the DEF filter changed as well. It's a strange thing because when I was at Kansas City, I was going to have them change the DEF filter, but I forgot. And when I remembered, and I went to the service desk, and I was going to add it to the work order, they said, "Well, your truck is ready." So I was like, "Okay, well, I'll get the DEF filter next time." Had I done the DEF filter at Kansas City, who knows? Maybe this problem would have been discovered at Kansas City. But it's just, there's only so much you can do. I had 5 things I thought of. They fixed all 5 of them. I thought of a 6th one, but it wasn't a high priority necessarily. But as we can see, the DEF filter is right behind that housing. So if they had changed the DEF filter, they could have discovered this while it was there. Missed opportunity, that's really all it is. But, we're going to be at Freightliner. It'll be under warranty, more than likely. And it's just lost time. Not necessarily lost money and lost opportunity to make money, but, it's not a direct out-of-pocket expense necessarily. So we could come out of this with a new DEF pump. So over the last 2 weeks, we've got a new DEF harness. We may have a new DEF pump. We may have a new DEF doser valve. So going forward, you would hope that this system becomes more reliable. All right, guys. So I got crawl out from underneath the truck and go to bed. Thanks for watching. Oh, there's another Crete truck here too. So I'm going to be parking next to him. He's at Freightliner as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the internet.